How are you today?
I'm fantastic. Thank you so much.
Well, it's good to see you again. I'm going to start right off and say, how was Believe in Book? The Bike for Books. I'm sorry for that.
Difference.
It's the bees. It's the bees.
And it's books.
The Bike for Books weekend must have been fabulous.
It was fantastic. It was unbelievable. The weather was so good.
I know.
Oh, it was like in the 80s, and we had tons of fun. We had almost 100 people show up. We made a lot of money for the library's children's room, so we were all happy.
That's awesome. I'm sorry. I laugh with you, Andrea. We have fun.
We do.
So, that's great, because we were talking about that and hoping that the weather was going to be good, and it turns out to be good. And of course, next year it's just going to be bigger.
Oh, bigger and better. It can't get much better, but definitely bigger.
Right,
yes.
But the change of date and stuff like that, letting people have that opportunity, so that's terrific.
They still have to get used to it, that it's earlier than usual, but that's for the better, because look at the weather and everything. It was just wonderful.
So we're going to have people plan on it right now.
Please do so. Last weekend in September, the 26th, I think.
You got 47 weeks to plan for it, so yes. Let's do it. But you've got new stuff we're going to talk about. We're going to ease on down the road here and find out about this.
We are. We have theater night coming up next weekend, exactly in a week, November 9th, Sunday night at 5:30 it starts. And we have a big performance of The Wiz.
And that's an awesome show.
It is. It's the Motown musical of The Wizard of Oz,
absolutely.
A Motown version with a lot of fun soul music, and it would be marvelous. I can guarantee you that.
And it holds up. That's the great thing about The Wiz. It's a show that holds up, and kind of to revisit, because probably a lot of us, we were familiar of it back, of course, when we were very little children, and then the movie when that came out, and so it's been a few years. So being able to jump back into The Wiz will be very cool.
We all know the story, but I love just the Motown touch of it. Right. I love Motown music, soul music, so it will be really, really good. We're partnering with Arts in Motion, the local theater group, and last year they did a fantastic show for us, and I'm sure it'll be the same this year. But not only theater, or musical I should say, we also have tons of food. That's the whole part. It's a fundraiser for the North Conway Library. So we start at 5:30 with a huge buffets of appetizers or hors d'oeuvre.
Horsey d'oeuvres.
Yes. And desserts, something more solid and then something sweet. And champagne punch that we house make. Drinks, etc. at the Eastern Slope Inn. And then we ease later on into the musical performance. Down the road.
Not even that far down the road. So
no, at the Eastern Slope Playhouse at 7 o'clock the performance will happen.
Well, that'll be awesome.
It'll be wonderful. I hope they're showing some photos. I picked some photos of last year's. There you go. So you can see what awesome food we have.
That's a lot of food.
It is a lot of food. It's donated by the Valley's best chefs. Some of the desserts are homemade by the board, and they all will be fantastic. It's a fun evening. You mingle with friends. You make new friends. You get a little bit of culture with a musical, and you just have tons of fun.
Well, that'll be a lot of fun. So that's next Sunday night. November 9th. And now, for a lot of the school kids and stuff, so you can bring the kids and bring the whole family. There's no school the next day because it's a teacher workshop day for the Valley.
Oh, so, I wasn't aware of that.
And then what you call it?
Veterans Day.
Veterans Day the next day.
Yep.
So really, you can have a 4-day weekend, and there's no excuse then you can't go. Well, it's a school night, so you can't do that. So you can't say it's school night. So you got to go. And then on Tuesday, of course, we'll have some great Veterans Day celebrations in the Valley. So we'll want to definitely highlight those too, but that's great.
It will be great, and the best thing I think personally, and of course, it's a fundraiser. It's for a very good cause. It's a fundraiser for the North Conway Library. So your money is well spent. You'll get a lot for it, and you do something good for the community.
And we love the North Conway Library.
Thank you.
And so, what's going on new at the library? New books, obviously.
Let me just finish up real quick, if you don't mind.
Fine. Tell about your events. Go ahead.
It is a little bit of money. Tickets are $40 for the whole shebang. If you think you've seen enough of The Wiz, or you can't stay that long, just get the party-only ticket for $25.
I didn't know you could do that.
You can. And the important part is you really got to get your tickets ahead of time. Because we have to pay for them, so we cannot afford any no-shows. Please get your tickets ahead of time at the North Conway Library. Stop by, give us a call, 356-2961. Go to our website. There you get the email address. The website is northconwaylibrary.com. Get your tickets ahead of time. We still have some left, so go ahead.
Good. Plus, you want to make sure there's enough food.
Absolutely.
Because if I show up,
yes.
you saw that table. I'm going to be walking around that table. So you want to make sure that you purchase. So when do you want the tickets purchased by?
We should give notice to Arts in Motion by Thursday night.
Okay.
So please, by Thursday night. A couple stragglers we can still accommodate on Friday, but please do it by Thursday night.
Yeah, no reason to straggle, because you're going to ease on down the road.
We will.
Unfortunately, that's the only song that I can remember from The Wiz is Ease on Down the Road. So I apologize for that.
That's okay. You got to see the show again.
And there you go.
Come
so
on,
I can get back in the groove.
Right.
As it were. Now, can I ask you about the library?
You sure can.
Okay,
I love talking about the library. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I'm
just so enthusiastic about this event.
I know, because it's a great event.
Yeah.
I've been to these before. So tell me about the library.
The library, what is happening? For the winter, we usually have a holiday raffle, and I'm trying to convince my board to purchase an iPad mini. An iPad mini that we will raffle off for very cheap raffle tickets. Again, I still have to convince my board. We'll vote on this tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't think that not much convincing needs to get done, but they need to approve of it. So we buy this iPad mini and then we raffle it off. Tickets prices will be probably $5 a piece, so you can get an iPad mini for $5.
That'd be very cool.
Yes. Or 5 tickets for $20 or something like this. We'll figure it out.
Deal.
It'll be a great deal.
Absolutely.
A steal.
And of course, going into the library, always fun, and the great children's room that you have there.
Thank you. We're very proud of that. Yes. Well, I love kids' books. I love picture books in particular. So yes.
I don't have to do as much reading when I look at the
That too. But come on. Oh, that was beautiful. I just bought a brand new one, Lindbergh, the first mouse that traveled across the ocean via airplane, and it's there's so much more in it. It's art. It's not just a picture book. It's really art.
Right.
So.
Now, what book are you reading right now?
I just last night finished up the storied life of A.J. Fikri. I loved it. It was a wonderful book. Had a lot to do with books and a bookstore, local independent bookstore. Wonderful, wonderful book. And just started right afterwards the Rosie Project. Another fun book to read.
Well, very cool.
Yes.
Well, you got a lot of books there at the library.
We
so,
sure do.
You can always find one.
One very exciting thing that we're working on, all the libraries in the area, we're trying to get a grant for a 3D printer. And yes, and I don't know if you've seen it. Oh shoot, I have a 3D ring that was printed with a 3D printer. It's amazing what you can do with that. We're not going so far as to, if we get the grant, to build prostheses and things like this, but we want to make that available for the public too.
Wow, that'd be awesome.
So I think it will be fantastic, yes.
Very cool. Well, Andrea, always good to see you as always.
Thank you.
So, always good to see you as always. Hello, Department of Redundancy Department, hello. So, go to the North Conway Public Library. You got to get your tickets to go see The Wiz. Go to the theater night.
Yes. It will be fun.
It will be fun. So can they purchase the tickets online, or they got to go see you in person?
They got to see us. They can mail us a check or drop off a check when we're closed, put in the book drop or something, but we would love to have the money ahead of time. Yes.
Well, that sounds great. So definitely check that out next Sunday, the North Conway Public Library Theater Night. Going to see The Wiz.
Yes.
Easing on down the road. I had to throw it in there at least one more time. Andrea, good to see you as always.
Thanks so much for having me, Rob.
And we'll be back here in a minute on White Mountains Today.